RME Audi 2 DAC FS. We weren't wild about the Audi 2's fiendishly complicated menu system, which relies on a multitude of unintuitive controls to navigate. Regardless, this is a minor setback in comparison to all the pros of the Audi 2. Although RME aren't a household name in audio yet, they've released some solid products that come highly recommended. But if you want fine-grained control with a near-professional piece of equipment, check out the benchmark DAC3 HDC below. RME offer a huge range of products, many of which we'd actually recommend the average person steer clear of. They are far more geared towards a professional studio environment rather than a listening one. However, if you want more complexity and outputs to play with, then we recommend the RME Audi 2 Pro FS. It costs $1,999 versus $1,099 for the Audi 2 DAC, and gives you a range of analog inputs and outputs to tinker with, while navigation and overall sound quality are mostly the same. This is clearly the solution if you know you're going to be doing some recording in the future or simply want more flexibility. For most of us, the less expensive Audi 2 DAC will be more than enough. Cambridge Audio DAC Magic 200M, an elegant successor to the legendary DAC Magic Plus, the DAC Magic 200M brings a bit more to the table than its predecessor. Granted, the DAC Magic Plus stole my heart the first time I got to play around with it. I'd used the same set of HD 660s from Sennheiser that I mentioned earlier, and the results were astonishing. The DAC Magic 200M takes that same kind of performance and cranks it up to 11. Cambridge decided to switch things up a bit and employ Twin S Sabre 9028Q2M DAC chips in this iteration. Those 9028Q2M DAC chips don't mess around. They offer a cleaner, punchier sound overall compared to other DAC chips. They also decided to beef up the headphone amp section, this time utilizing a high-performance Class AB amplifier with a very low noise floor. It can handle inefficient headphones or higher impedance headphones with ease. The output is pretty stout. No need to grab an external Bluetooth receiver if you want to wirelessly stream your tunes. Unlike its predecessor, the DAC Magic 200M has Bluetooth 4.2 built-in with apt support. It'll take up a bit more space than the DAC Magic 100, but the audio upgrades are significant. It can integrate into most home systems with just a couple of cables. You can connect it up to a CD player, a home stereo, or PC, thanks to the various inputs and outputs on the back. IFI IDS Pro Hybrid DAC. The IFI Audio Pro IDS Preamp Headphone Amp Streamer DAC represents the electronic version of the venerable Swiss Army Knife Plus. Its digital agnosticism allows it to play well with virtually all comers, and it will either let their digital goods flow through untouched or, if required, it will provide 30 tunings from which to choose. To date, I am not aware of its equal in this respect, and would say that for many, this could be a very good place to start on the variety of options alone, or to continue one's long musical journey. The next big plus comes in the Pro IDS's ability to truly render a cavernous soundstage and an incredibly transparent and musical palette that dances along the outskirts of solid-state musicality too. Literally, push-pull tube musicality to the outskirts of single-ended triode musicality. And this in a desktop, all-in-one package that weighs less than 5 pounds. Huzzah! The above said, the IFI Audio Pro IDS is an incredibly musical, emotionally engaging, wondrously transparent sound staging champ with more options than Mad Max at Auntie's Weapons checkout station. Regardless of the EAMs or headphones laying about your pad, the Pro IDS should absolutely be on your very short list, as it will play quite well with all of them. Highly recommended and the winner of our High Nines award. AudioQuest Dragonfly Cobalt. The Dragonfly series of DACs from AudioQuest has always held a special place in my heart. The Cobalt is a tiny DAC roughly the same size as a flash drive, and it packs quite a wallop. When I demoed the Cobalt, I could tell it was in a whole nother league compared to the other Dragonfly DACs. The soundstage was considerably wider. The 32-bit S Sabre ES 9038Q2M chip it uses is one of the best out there for the cache. It doesn't utilize an internal battery, rather, it draws its power from your smartphone. Thankfully, the 9038 chip is very efficient, so it won't drain your battery too quickly. The Cobalt plugs into your smartphone via one of the included adapters, making connection a breeze. You could also plug it into your PC, using the standard Type A USB connector built onto the unit itself. The headphone amplifier section is surprisingly powerful. I tried the Cobalt out with a set of Sennheiser HD 660S over-ears, and the two paired extremely well together. It can handle all but the most inefficient and high-impedance headphones. iFi Audio Hip DAC3. When I first saw the original hip DAC, I had to do a double take. For a second, I thought the trainers from iFi had brought in an old hip flask they painted for display. Upon closer inspection, I found that they brought in a potent portable DAC that offered a whole host of handy features. Since then, iFi has released a second, and now a third iteration, the Hip DAC3. The Hip DAC3 is, like its predecessors, a lightweight machine, coming in just over 4.5 ounces. It is completely self-powered and has a 12-hour battery life, so you'll have ample time to listen to your favorite tunes throughout the day. It uses a 32-bit Burr Brown true native chip to handle the digital to analog conversion, and also features a 16-core XMOS processor that was optimized by iFi's engineers to deliver the best sound quality possible. As an added bonus, it can also render MQA, a handy feature if you stream from Tidal. The Hip DAC3 boasts a solid headphone amplifier, too. The headphone amp plays well with lower impedance headphones. On that note, it is built-in power match technology that can be turned on or off to match different headphone and earbud types. Keep it off if you'll be using sensitive in-ear monitors, or flip it on if you're using headphones with a low efficiency to get the most out of the amp section.